Ever been in a conversation with a woman and something just felt different? She was laughing more. Her eyes lingered longer. She kept touching her necklace or biting her lip, but nothing was explicit, no bold moves, no obvious flirtation. Still, you could feel the tension in the air. That's because women are often incredibly good at hiding arousal, not because they want to be secretive, but because they've been conditioned to be subtle. Society has taught them to play it cool, even when their emotions are heating up. Let's talk about female arousal and why so many women keep it hidden. From a young age, many women in the US are taught to downplay or suppress their sexuality. They grow up hearing, "Don't be too forward," "Nice girls don't talk about sex," and leave something to the imagination. So even when a woman feels turned on, she might not express it openly. Instead, her signals come in whispers, subtle cues, fleeting expressions, or nervous movements that say more than words ever could. Psychologically, female arousal is deeply tied to safety, trust, and emotional readiness. While men may express desire quickly and physically, women's desire is often internal, unfolding slowly in the right conditions. Here's where science gets fascinating. Researchers at Northwestern University found that a woman's body can become aroused without her even being fully aware of it. Arousal for women often starts in the brain, not the body. So yes, a woman might be incredibly turned on, yet still act reserved or shy. That doesn't mean she's not feeling it. It just means she's managing her expression the way she was taught to. Let's look at the secret signs that a woman might be aroused but hiding it. These cues aren't always obvious, but when several show up together, they often signal attraction. Prolonged eye contact followed by a quick glance away is one of the most telling signs. Psychologists call it reciprocal gaze aversion. It creates intimacy, builds tension, and often reflects unspoken desire. Touching the hair, neck, or lips is another common signal. These areas are rich in nerve endings and are known erogenous zones. When a woman touches them during conversation, it can be a subconscious expression of arousal. Her voice might suddenly change, becoming softer, lower, or slightly raspy. Research shows that women tend to lower their vocal pitch when they're aroused, often without realizing it. Playful teasing, sarcasm, or mock disagreements can also indicate interest. These are safe ways to build emotional intimacy without exposing vulnerability directly. Then there's mirroring. If she starts to mimic your gestures, like sipping her drink when you do, or shifting her posture to match yours, it's likely her subconscious saying, "I'm into you." If she moves closer, leans in to hear you, touches your arm lightly, or reduces personal space, that's another strong signal. Physical proximity is rarely accidental. A lingering touch that stays a beat too long speaks volumes. When paired with shared laughter or eye contact, it often means comfort and emotional openness. Fidgeting, shifting positions, or repeatedly crossing and uncrossing her legs could also be subtle signs. Arousal stimulates the nervous system, and this kind of restlessness often accompanies it. Watch her breath. If her breathing becomes shallow or her chest rises more quickly, it may signal more than nerves. It could be a physiological response to attraction. Physiological changes, like flushed skin and dilated pupils, are hard to fake. When you see color in her cheeks or her pupils widening, it's usually a sign of heightened emotional or physical excitement. Even with all these signals, she might stay completely silent. That's not a mixed signal, it's a protective instinct. Many women fear being judged, labeled, or misunderstood if they express desire too directly. That's why emotional safety, empathy, and consent matter. Understanding these signs doesn't mean acting on them. It means respecting her boundaries and tuning into her emotional world. Psychologists like Dr. Emily Nagoski explain that female arousal is highly contextual. It depends on feeling emotionally safe, respected, and genuinely connected. The environment must feel right. So if she's subtly showing interest, don't rush. Stay grounded, be patient. Show her that you notice, without putting pressure on the moment. That creates the safety she needs to open up. Because women aren't afraid of feeling desire, they're afraid of the consequences that come from expressing it in a world that often misreads or mishandles it. Desire doesn't always scream. Sometimes it whispers. Sometimes it flickers in a glance or a touch. It may not be loud, but it's no less real or powerful. Learning to recognize and respect these quiet signals is about more than attraction. It's about connection, empathy, and creating a space where both people feel seen and safe. So remember, the loudest signals aren't always the most obvious, and in relationships that matter, the sexiest move is listening, not pushing. Subscribe for more psychology-based insights on intimacy, attraction, and human connection. Because understanding each other better isn't just sexy, it's powerful.